got a multiplying without headphones? Please. Hey. Headphones. Put the phone away, please. So we are going to multiply polynomials today. FYI, your grades have been frozen. The floor is frozen, meaning it can't go down, it can only go up, which is cool that it can't go down. I'm not going to put anything new for this 9 weeks. I'm pushing anything into the fourth 9 weeks, okay? But that means you have till Friday to get your grades up. Friday is the last day of the 9 weeks. It is also early release, and then you've got spring break. Woo. Okay. I will have after-school tutoring Wednesday and Thursday from 4:30 to 5:30, and I'm here every morning, except maybe tomorrow. I think I have testing or something weird. But usually I'm here in the morning, okay? So think about, and you got your grades, right? Think about what you need to do. You need to do by Friday, okay? Coming to tutoring by itself is not going to magically fix your grade, because guess what? Everyone has the same great idea to do it on the same day. So I have like 20 kids needing individual help. It doesn't work. So you need to check your grade sheet. Anything that's low or a 1 is missing. You need to do that on your own and turn it in. Okay? All the notes and the videos are on the Google Classroom. Use that wisely, okay? But if you never do anything on your own and only wait to work with me one-on-one, there's not enough time. I'm telling you, you got to do stuff on your own. Okay, now, let's do this warm-up. By the way, if you didn't turn in last week's warm-ups, you need to do that. Make sure you put absent the day you were absent. And turn in all work by Friday. All right, now, number 1, multiplying the following. 2x times x is what? What do y'all think? 8? No. So 2x times x, what? The 2 times the 1 is just 2. Okay, it's 2. But what do you do with x times x? What do you think x times x is? X squared, okay? So what we do is we add the exponents, the powers, the degree, however you want to call it. There's a little 1 here, and there's a little 1 here, and you add those together, and it makes x squared. Today, that's the most common error I'm going to see. X times x, you have to put x squared. Okay? Now, look at the next one. Number 2, I need to multiply all the coefficients. I got a 7. What number goes right here in the middle? 1. And what right here? So we have 7, 1, and 2. Those coefficients I am going to multiply. So 7 times 1 is still 7 times 2. What's 7 times 2? 14. Okay? So the coefficients is just regular old multiplying. But what about the x? What power is that going to be? 3, like she said so loud that I could hear. All right? Because why? It's x to the 1, x to the 1, x to the 1. And what do I do with those powers? I add them up. X to the 3rd power. Okay? So x times x times x, x to the 3rd power. All right? So let's see about this number 3. Anybody want to venture out and tell me what they think number 3 is? $36? X squared? No. Because we have x squared right here, right? And then this is a 1. So x, who said it? Cubed. 3rd power. You said squared. Yeah. Oh, you said 3. Oh, okay. I don't know about that. Anyways, 36x cubed to the 3rd power, 3rd degree, power 3, however you want to say it, okay? Now, could y'all multiply things today, hopefully? Well, whether or not you can, we got to do it. So let me get rid of this for a second. Okay. Now, let me pass this out so you actually have this. Okay, so here are the 3 steps for multiplying polynomials. Step 1 says to distribute all the terms from one set of parentheses to the other set of parentheses. Okay? Cool. Then you want to combine like terms and then write the simplified expression in standard form. Remember, standard form is from highest to lowest. Okay? So let's do example 1. Okay, and I may just show you every other one of these because, yeah. All right, so example 1. I'm going to zoom in here. Here's how you do this. That first term is 2x, right? I'm going to multiply this first term to the first term of the other parentheses. Okay? So let's think about this from our warm-up. What's 2x times 5x? 2 times 5 is 10. X times x is x squared. Okay? So again, 2 times 5 is 10. X and x makes x squared when you multiply. Now, the next thing you're going to multiply is, everyone watching how this unfolds? 2x times negative 3. What's 2 times negative 3? Negative 6. And the x stays there, right? There's an x right here, so it's going to be right here. Okay? Okay, now we just multiplied the first term in the first parentheses into the whole second parentheses. So now, I'm going to do this in another color just to show the difference here. Now I'm going to take the negative 4 and do the same thing. What's negative 4 times 5x? So negative 4 times 5 is negative 20. Do I put an x on it? Yeah, because that had an x, so that has to have an x. Okay? Very easy. Okay. And then next one, negative 4 times negative 3. Negative times a negative is positive. 4 times 3 is 12. Okay? Now, I hope everyone's closely paying attention. The first term times the whole second parentheses. The second term times the whole second parentheses. I get 4 terms. Now, step 2 says combine like terms. So that's what I'm going to do next. Check it out. I have one x squared term, so I'm going to bring it down. So that's 10x squared. And then check it out. I have negative 6x minus 20x. Those are like terms that I combine. Negative 6 minus 20 is negative 26x. And then I have one constant. I can bring that down, plus 12. You got to be able to multiply everything, combine like terms, make sure it's in order from the greatest power to the lowest power. That's standard form, right? Okay. Now I'm gonna leave example 2 for you to try, but let's skip down to example 3. Okay. So we did a binomial multiplying a binomial. So example 3 is asking us to multiply a trinomial times a binomial. Same idea. Okay, so check it out. The first term, negative 2x squared times x. Negative 2x squared times x. What do you think that is? X what? So negative 2x cubed is how you say it. Negative 2x cubed is correct. Why is it cubed? Because I have an x squared and I have a 1x over here, right? Add those powers together. Is that hard to see? Well, okay. Next one, negative 2x squared times negative 2. Negative times a negative is positive. And then 2 times 2 gives me 4. Is it x squared, or what do you think it is? X squared, because that has an x squared, so that's going to have an x squared, right? Okay, now I just multiplied my first term times both terms in the second parentheses, so now I'm going to do it with the second term. 3x times x is what? Whenever we have x times x, does everyone remember it's squared? So 3x times x is 3x squared. And then 3x times negative 2. 3 times negative 2 gives me negative 6. Don't forget the x that goes with it. Negative or minus 6x. Okay, so again, I'm multiplying, I'm distributing. Now this time, since it's a trinomial, I have to do it a third time. So let's do it with a different color. Now I'm going to take that negative 4 times x. A negative 4 times an x, you just put them next to each other. So negative 4x, or minus 4x here. And then negative 4 times negative 2. Negative times negative is a positive. 4 times 2 is 8. Now, that was kind of a lot, right? Now we have 6 terms, but we can combine some like terms. So let's do that. The highest power is cubed, and I only have one of them, so I'm going to write that down. Negative 2x cubed. And now I'm going to start combining my like terms. I have 2 squareds. I have a 4x squared plus a 3x squared. What do I get when I combine those? Plus 7x squared. I need more of y'all answering here, so stay with me. I have a negative 6x and a minus 4x. What's negative 6 minus 4? Anybody else? Negative 6 minus 4. Negative 10x squared. No, just x, my bad. Negative 10x. And then my constant goes at the very end because there's only one of them, okay? Do you see how I'm combining anything that is like terms? Okay. So we've done 2 examples together there. Example 2 and example 4 you could do similarly, but I did want to jump down to example 5, okay? Now, what do you do if you have 3 binomials, okay? 3 binomials. Well, I just realized I didn't give you one with 3 binomials on this one. So, I'll spare you from that, okay? So you can do this. I will show you example 4, though, real quick, okay? Now, example 4 looks kind of crazy, right? There's 4 terms. But that's okay. Now, I'm going to do this one a little bit faster because it's the same idea over and over and over, right? Hopefully you're like, I get it, Mr. G. You just multiply correctly over and over and over. That's right. Okay, so check it out. Negative 5x cubed times x is negative 5x to the 4th. Negative 5x to the 3rd times negative 3. Negative times a negative is a positive. 5 times 3 is 15. Don't forget the x cubed because it was there on the first term. Okay? And then what do? I'm going to multiply the next one. Negative 2x squared times x is negative 2x cubed. Negative 2x squared times negative 3. A negative times a negative is a positive. 2 times 3 is 6. Don't forget the x squared. Okay, now we'll do that third term. 4x times x is positive 4x squared. 4x times negative 3. 4 times negative 3 is negative 12x. And last but not least, negative 6 times x is negative 6x. Negative 6 times negative 3 is positive 18. I don't know if y'all can see that yellow orangish color, but either way, I'm going to bring it down. So once you multiply all those terms, you're going to combine like terms. So my highest power is the fourth, so bring that down. Negative 5x to the fourth. My third power is combined. 15 minus 2 is 13x cubed. My squared terms are 6 plus 4, which is 10x squared. My x terms are negative 12 minus 6, which is negative 18x. And then my last term is my plus 18, my constant, okay? All right, and just to make sure all the notes are done, I'll do number 2. I'll go back on that one. 6x squared minus 42x plus 2x minus 14. Okay, so this is how you do these. You have to distribute every single term, then combine like terms, okay? I think the hardest part about this is making sure you multiply correctly. So just remember, when you multiply multiple variables, you add their powers together. Very important, okay? I'll leave this on the board, but right now, I'm going to give you an assignment to try and practice this, but if you haven't finished just last week adding and subtracting on the sliding sideboard right there from the 23rd and 24th, make sure you do those first, and then you can work on this one. And if you're not passing, instead, right now, you can work on missing work or corrections or whatever it is. Some of y'all, I'm going to come talk to you, so we have a plan to pass by Friday. Okay, here we go.